There is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. When the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll try the counter. Shows him the stiff arm. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
The Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Got a little grass. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the Spartans will call on their punt team. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking deep. Makes the grab on the right. Hits the crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing 7-0 as they try to get this offense humming. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Let's talk a bit about Michigan State. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Grabbed in the middle. It's McCray. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Looking for space. It's Edwards. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. With the catch, it's West. At the 20, he's got space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan State.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that blow.
Extra point here will tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. Down in the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Breaks into the open. Gives him the big stiff arm. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Offense in a bunch formation. Running inside. It's Marshall. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Gets the back moving. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Unloads quickly. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Using his legs, it's Edwards, and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Taken in by Smith on the right side. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Spartans are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Safe completion on the screen. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Maybe a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the second level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to slow him down a little bit.
And the Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Edwards. And he could not get loose on the run.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking for a crease. It's Edwards. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Marshall. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Underwood to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big...
There's a little room there. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Underwood. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
To the air, it's Underwood. It's on target and complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Quick release on the RPO. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the 1st down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. 4th down, Underwood. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking for room, it's Edwards. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go right back to it. Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line scrimmage, and it's third down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Now on the return. He gets a block. The spin, still on his feet. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with Stanford taking on the number 18 team, the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Makes the grab on the left. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Hey, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Now, ready, bridge. Match.
The run from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense getting set for first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The offense changing the play. Finding some room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Throwing, Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Buchanan. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Quarterback got it himself. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
You've got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Big noise in the big house with his huge third down play. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The Spartans right after the huge play through the air back to the line. From the red zone, it's Edwards. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Rides to the back. Stumbled to the ground. At the end of that play, there is a Spartan who is slow to get up. And they cannot afford to lose this guy. Such an important part of their running attack. We'll have Holly check on his status. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Dances away. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Other scores around the country. In overtime, Slippery Rock 35, Shepherd University.
And here comes the offense on second down.
Ready? 30.
Now on the move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Marshall. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Run in the red zone. It's Marshall. Might have a chance. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up for the point after and the lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Pressure coming. Right on the money. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Off the play fake. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Patterson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Flips it out on the screen. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down?
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be.
Big-time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Smarty. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Michigan, 14.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Michigan offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Pulls it in down the sideline. He extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. This quarterback, part of their running game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So now they take over. This momentum has been completely taken away from them, but still an opportunity to put together a late drive. They get him on the ground, but boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, come away with the sack.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass, finds his man. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the fourth down, throws that fist up in the air.
Fourth and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And the Spartans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Running inside. It's Patterson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
The Spartans back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the...
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Here's the pressure. Being chased. He was not going to be denied. Discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Pires on the move. A strike downfield. He's got the 1st down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Underwood. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. For the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.